Welcome to another episode of The Velvet Hammer.
And here we go.
All right, so you're in trial. It's like
Or getting ready for trial. We're a couple of days out from trial.
Or several weeks.
several weeks.
Or in trial.
You're in trial, knockdown, drag out fight. What are you doing in your off time? Or are you like no off time?
So for me, the best way for me to recount it is to look at my phone.
Oh my God.
And if you look at my phone, you would be very surprised because it goes uninterrupted. I will continue to see my grandkids on any day I'm not in trial.
Yeah.
I will be there. I will see my father and my stepmom. I will see my siblings. I will hang out with my friends. I will, now not as much, right? It's less, and there's some things that I just won't do at all. But I, in general, don't stop. Like I will go for a run. Now I got my little rowing machine. I could go row.
Okay.
I will watch I typically will watch some kind of a mindless TV show at least for an hour a day or go to the movies. I will not read a book because my inclination, if I start a book and I like it, is to finish it. And so I won't do that. I will not read books for enjoyment during trial. But let me tell you what I don't do.
What don't you do?
Okay, I don't do it in trial and I don't do it at a trial, and that's why I have so much time. I am, even though you might think I'm a high maintenance person.
Okay.
Okay. I don't get my nails done.
Oh,
I don't do mani, I don't do pedi. I have never gone to a skin anesthetician.
Can I say this?
I do not do Botox.
What?
I do not do lasers.
Well, who does this during trial? I mean, Manny Petty, but who's doing
Are you
Botox
kidding?
at trial?
Or before. I do not.
What?
I do not do anything like that. I do not go out excessively to eat dinner.
Oh.
I do not go on vacation.
Okay, that's fine.
I do not. There's a lot of stuff I don't do to be a trial lawyer, is all I'm saying. Is there's a lot of stuff. Like a lot of people do a lot of stuff that for me, I don't do. I maintain my relationships. That's my main focus.
That's when you're in trial. Do you?
In general.
You do some of that stuff when you're not in trial.
General. Oh, this is a general life of a trial lawyer.
This is general life always. Mm-hmm. And when it's in trial, it gets smaller. Like I will try to see my bare minimum, which is my kids, my grandkids, my dad and stepmom. Like my siblings, they're good. They can hang until I'm out of my trial, right?
Yeah.
But it gets smaller. And when you are a busy trial lawyer, I always say this and people don't want to hear it, you sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
You do not live a normal life. You could try, but you will not be my type of a trial lawyer. To be my type of a trial lawyer, you spend a lot of time. You spend a lot of time working.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You said all that stuff. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
please.
You said you don't do all that stuff, but you actually have kind of created a way now that you're sort of doing all that stuff all the time, as opposed to buckling down during trial and then going on vacation right afterwards, or when you're not in trial, spending less time in the office or something like that. You've sort of made that your whole lifestyle, and you didn't used to do that.
No, my lifestyle changed because of that, the Dex trial and the fact that I became ill afterwards. And so what I do is I realized I take a vacation once every 6 years. Mm-hmm. That's not very good. I need to figure out a way to interrupt the pattern of my life, which is to be at my computer for 12 or 14 hours a day. Like that's not good. And so that's why I live in different places. But I don't block off time there hardly ever.
Yeah, you're still working all the time.
But it helps because the time zone is different.
Yeah.
So you guys don't wait. When I'm in New York, you guys don't wake up nobody's in the office until 11:30.
Yeah.
Because it's 8:30. And when I'm in Hawaii, everybody's up. But you guys are all done by 2:30, 2 o'clock. And I'm still going. So it interrupts that flow. But you have to make these decisions about, as a trial lawyer, what can you do and what can't you do? And I can't be out of town when I'm in trial. Like I'm going to be, or, I'm going to be here. So the more, like, Mo, you wouldn't be able to play your basketball games when you wanted to, for example. Like things just become more narrow
Yeah.
and
What
more
do you-
restricted.
What do you do then, Mo?
I mean, I don't get to go to Hawaii and New York and do any of that stuff. But but I gotta tell you, like, I mean, if you ask my wife, she'll tell you, like, I mean, I just work, and to me, work is not work; it's the way of life. And a lot of people and I have philosophical disagreements about, work-life balance. But my family and I have an understanding that my life is my life, and work is a part of it. So I try to integrate as much as I can, kind of what she does, but in the context of, coaching my son's basketball team and spending time with him and spending time with my family and working out. But I enjoy it. I believe I had a conversation with a very young lawyer about they were asking me, like, how do I get to where you are professionally? And my response to them was that you have to be like inexorable, like unwilling to give in. You got to just keep going because everybody's working. But if you're out working, out thinking, and moving at a pace and a rate that's like faster and quicker than others, just by nature, you're going to become better and you're going to rise above. But you have to give that. And, I mean...
Mo describes it as being a grinder.
Yeah, just being a grinder.
Now that doesn't mean... So there's a good grinder and there's a bad grinder. A ruminating grinder just grinds over and over and over again. A progressive grinder is grinding forward. I'm a progressive grinder. I am not going to stay in place and just think about stuff over and over and over again. I am a person of action, and as for better or for worse. And sometimes I'll have to change course because of it. But I'm going to make those decisions and keep going.
Yeah.
And working hard. But I think, Mike, the answer to this question is our personal lives are probably not as exciting as some people would think that maybe they should be. Because we spend so much time working and loving it. Like people tell me, I don't know, sometimes I get offended, and maybe I shouldn't, but sometimes my kids do. I tell them, I don't think I go anywhere publicly where people don't ask me, like, how much longer are you going to do this? I'm thinking, am I that old? I mean, am I that old at this point that people keep asking me that? Everybody asks me that.
Well, that's kind of funny, too, because I don't think of you as that old for attorneys.
Everybody asks me. Now, I am a female,
Yeah.
and maybe that plays something into it. I've been successful, but what does that have to do with anything? I love what I do. I enjoy it tremendously. And does it involve sacrifice? I don't see it that way.
Does anybody...
And that's the problem for my family.
Yeah, I was going to say
you
that.
work so much, you could see us more. And I'm like, I could, and I will make every effort to, that time is a commodity for us, right? For me, the biggest thing is my guilt as a parent, my guilt as a grandma. I mean, I want to see my kids and my grandkids as much as possible. And I am not going to be that grandma that is able to like watch the kids every day after school. I'm not that grandma. I'm not the grandma that even watches them one day a week because I move around. But I am that grandma that just loves them unconditionally and can't wait to see them, and will make every single effort to go and see them at least if I'm in their time zone, as much as I possibly can. But that is a reality of, I'm going to fail. I'm a failure if I'm going to compare myself to a grandma who's retired, who can literally, or semi-retired, or just not working as hard as I am, who can do all the daycare for their family. I can't do that, and I don't do that. So for me, it's female. I have a lot of guilt that now I always have, especially with my children, because I've always been like this since I've been a plaintiff trial lawyer. And once I stopped being a part-time parent, because I was a part-time worker until Noelle entered kindergarten, because otherwise they would have not turned out the same way, because I would have been absent. Mm-hmm. So there's this perception that, oh my gosh, you're super successful, you have this trapping or that trapping, and I can't wait to be in that position. And we're like, I don't feel any different. I still feel like I want to help this case. I still feel like, man, the odds are so much against us. How are we going to do this? Or I feel all the same stuff I ever felt before. Maybe I'm a little cockier, but honestly, I don't think so. I might just say it because time has shown that, I know the difference between a good case and a hard case, but I don't just want to work on easy cases. I want to work on the hard cases, even if we're going to lose.
So getting back on what you guys do during trial or coming up to trial to try to remove yourself.
Yes.
You mentioned movies and mindless TV, not reading.
Particular type of movie in particular.
What?
Oh, well, any involving a lot of death and violence.
Okay.
It has to be really, I really
so
like it aggressive.
You need mindless, aggressive violence.
I want it really aggressive because I'm just so
Does that
amped up.
psych you up for
like Godzilla?
Ensuing battles?
I can remember seeing Godzilla movies, like the big one, and I go down to Cinerama. Those kind of movies. Yeah, I really like.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a particular type.
How about you, Mo?
I write poems.
Okay, so you stick to your
your
writing.
Yeah, it's like, would anybody ever say to me, "Hey, when are you going to stop writing poetry? Aren't you getting a little too old for that?" I mean, you wouldn't ask a person that. When are you going to stop painting? When are you going to stop playing basketball? When I physically can't.
Yeah, but you write really fast.
I know, but the same with work. Like, when are you going to stop practicing law? Are you getting too old? Like, when am I going to stop writing poetry?
I don't think of it that way. What I was going to say is it's more the action of it. For me, it's that while you're not shutting your mind off, it's a way of shutting your mind off. You're compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
So you go just to your creative side.
I go to my creative side.
And you're not spending your time thinking about all the other stuff that you have to think about.
Yeah, I mean, for law, I'm looking for action. I'm looking for the juice. Mm-hmm. The juice.
And for me, as you know, I do my trial diaries after court
yeah,
every day.
I mean, you're writing that out as well.
People are like, what are you doing?
And that's another way for you. You're writing about the case, but you're shutting your mind off and just writing it out.
It's talking about like my feelings or what I was wearing or what the judge said
or whatever.
There was a bird that pooped on a window outside the library when I was sitting there. I mean, it's just the mundane, it's Jerry Seinfeld kind of stuff.
Totally.
And I just find beauty and joy in it.
Well, and I think that's why people like reading those so much. I know I do.
Well, there you go. And I appreciate that. But I think that the myth is that there's some special formula for this, and there's not. But you do modify your life as a trial lawyer, and when you're in trial, it becomes more narrow because there's just even less time to deal with. Yeah.
Any other tips for people?
I mean, the other tip I have is that you got to be physically active. If you're sedentary when you're in a trial, I think that's not productive in being sharp in the mind.
Yeah.
So go for a walk, and do something, at least 30 minutes a day. I listen to music a lot of the times. Like, I like music.
Any particular style that you have to listen to?
I like hip hop.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm probably listening to Tupac most of the time when I'm like, before I'm coming into court and stuff.
So it's like when they're entering the boxing ring.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with Tupac. You're familiar with it. I mean, he writes some very personal lyrics. So that's really good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can give you an example. Like in the Dex trial, okay, it was an outlier because it was so long. My life did not stop. I had a boyfriend at the time. He wanted to go see Cher in Vegas.
Oh my God.
In the trial. So
and he knew, like, this was
Cher in Vegas.
Chose that after you had gone to trial?
We'd already selected it, and the trial was going on.
Okay.
And so we went and saw, we went and saw Cher. We were there for like 2 nights, over the week because you don't have trial
Yeah.
on Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So I went and saw Cher. I really love Cher. And the trial keeps going on like another month or something. And then we're at the end, and I need to come up with a closing argument, right? And when I run with headphones, and I'm either talking to someone on the phone, which I prefer, or I'm listening to music. Or I turn off everything, which is rare, because I typically like a lot of stimulation. And I'm thinking like, okay, how am I going to do this closing argument? It's going to come to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, I want a song. I'm going to do a song. Well, what song am I going to do? And you remember my song. My song was a Cher song, because I saw her during the middle of trial. And it's If We Could Turn Back Time. And so that came to me by just letting, because what my process is like, I'm not going to spaz about it. I know it's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to come up with a song. What is the song going to be? I had a different one earlier. And then it just kind of came to me. Oh, and I can remember coming home. I said, I know what the song is. Alicia was with me, my daughter. And I'm like, I'm going to rewrite this song. I'm going to do it. And the closing argument was for the next day.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song. We wrote the song. If we could turn back time, and I made it specific to the case. It took me like not even 30 minutes because, like Mo, fast. I like the creativity of it. I just mutated it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I was going to sing it, and Alicia said, "No, you better not sing it. Your voice, Mom. You cannot sing that song.
You cannot sing that song.
If she hadn't been there, I would have sung the song. Yeah. But yeah, she was like doing something. I don't know if she was, I think maybe she was in grad school at the time, but we were both at the kitchen table, and that's how it happened. And it was one of my best closing arguments. It wasn't actually the day before because we decided to turn everything, if we could go back in time, backwards. Didn't you help me do that?
Yeah, I think so.
You started, didn't you do the movies backwards and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did everything backwards because we were going to show, like, if you could turn back time, this is what would have happened. This would never have happened if they had just figured out that this stupid wheel was going to come off the bus.
Yeah.
But so it took a little bit more time than normal. But you didn't have much time.
No.
It's like, oh, Mike, can you
No, it was
make my
very
dream
fast.
come
It was
true?
a couple days.
Yep. And so that's an example of how do you prepare for that if you're just sitting there grinding all day and night? You don't. You don't have to. But for me and Mo, it's that creative space that we allow our brain to just fill it and give us the answers without just thinking, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to create the answer. It's going to be logical. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to have a logical linear path to it. And this is what's going to be. For us, it's just like, come down and bless us with what it's going to be. It's like, that's the excitement and beauty of it.
It's like exhilarating.
Oh, I'm sure.
When it happens in the moment and you see it and you're just sort of like, I mean,
It's
just,
part of, but it's
well,
part
it's
of
like
our life.
it's like art.
it is
Like it's when all the pieces fall together.
Yeah. So you don't want to turn off the art part of your mind
No.
during trial. And you want to do as much as you can to keep your mind vibrant and fresh and ready to go. And maybe you are a little bit more patterned. Maybe you are a little bit more restricted. But beyond that, I don't really change. I'm just more intense, more focused, and I have less time.
I get moody, hamoody.
Yeah, he's moody.
I get a little moody.
He's moody, I'm moody.
Moody. Well, that was a good one.
Thanks.
It was. Okay, thanks.
Well, that's all for today.
Until next time.